1423 hours, Caribbean Sea, 200 nautical miles east of Venezuela. The ocean's surface gleams under a steady trade wind. Waves crest at 2 feet, holes cut clean wakes. Then metal screeches, holes collide in a grinding rupture. Radar scopes illuminate. The anomaly at once. That's Truxtun. Arleigh Burke-class guided missile destroyer. DDG-103 maintains station at 13 knots. USNS Supply, TAOE-6, Supply-class fast combat support ship. Approaches from starboard, 754 feet of logistical might, laden with 177,000 barrels of fuel. Bridge officers detect course deviation 3 degrees off parallel. Distance closes to 180 feet standard for connected replenishment. Alarms trigger in the Combat Information Center. Tactical Action Officer issues alert. Deviation detected. Correct course. Command reacts with precision. Stakes mount. Potential hull breach, fuel spill, operational delay in Southern Command's area of responsibility. 2 vessels, combined displacement, 16,000 tons, risk catastrophic entanglement. Declarations echo, initiate emergency separation. Sensors reveal the scale. Closing speed differential at 0.5 knots. The comm shatters. At 14 o'clock hours, USS Truxtun assumes Romeo Station. Course 090 degrees true, speed 13 knots. USNS Supply signals intent for, alongside connected replenishment CONREP, approach vector established. Bridge team on Truxtun activates station-keeping radars. An SPS-73 surface search set locks on supplies. Silhouette at 14:02 hours, shotline fires from supplies deck. Pneumatic gun launches the projectile. 200 feet of nylon arcs over Truxtun's forecastle. Deck crew secures messenger line. Tension builds. Highline rig assembles for personnel transfer if needed. At 14:04 hours. Distance narrows to 120 feet. Synchronize. Truxtun's rudder adjusts to degrees port. Supplies propulsion for General Electric LM2500 gas turbines throttles to match. Fuel probe prepares. Stream rigs. Standard tensioned replenishment alongside. Foot deploys from supply's starboard side. At 14:06 hours, lines connect. Span wire tensions at 5,000 pounds. Fuel hose extends, 7-inch diameter, rated for 1,400 gallons per minute. Connection seals, probe latches into Truxtun's receiving saddle. Pumping initiates diesel fuel, marine flows at 900 gallons per minute. At 14:08 hours, anomaly registers. Supply experiences yaw, 1 degree induced by cross-current. Bridge on. Truxtun notes deviation on the integrated bridge system. Adjust helm, orders the officer of the deck. Rudder input, 3 degrees starboard. At 14:10 hours, correction fails. Distance drops to 100 feet. Alarms blare in both bridges. Collision imminent. Tactical Action Officer and Truxtun CIC vectors response. Sound collision alarm. General quarters stations manned. At 14:12 hours, emergency maneuvers engage. Truxtun. Throttles up. Twin LM2500 turbines push to 14 knots. Supply attempts shear. Rudders hard over. Closing rate accelerates. 0.8 knots differential. At 14:14 hours, proximity sensors scream. Distance, 80 feet. Deck crews scramble. Secure lines. Line tension, spike risk of snap. Dash back. At 14:16 hours, commands cascade. That's all stop. Echoes. From supplies bridge, Truxtun's propulsors reverse. Controllable, reversible pitch propellers bite water. Momentum persists. 9,200 tons versus 48,800 tons. At 14:18 hours, impact envelope breached. Bow waves merge. Helmsman fight controls. Integrated platform management system on supply flags overload. At 14:20 hours, final adjustments. Truxtun veers port 5 degrees. Supply counters starboard. Gap shrinks 50 feet. At 14:22 hours, contact. Inevitable. Alarms peak. Crews brace. Damage control teams stand by. The impact strikes at 14:23 hours. Bow of Truxtun glances, supplies midships. Metal buckles. Rivets shear. Hull plates deform. 12 feet of contact zone. Sparks fly. Fuel lines strain but hold. Decks shudder. Alarms wail across both vessels. Chaos erupts. Truxtun's port side crumples. Outer hull indents 3 feet. Supply's starboard plating buckles inward. Frame 142 distorted. 2 sailors on. Truxtun's deck tumble. Minor contusions reported. Impacts cascade. Loose gear scatters. Emergency separation initiates. Lines cut with axes. High line severs whips back. Intercepts fail. Momentum carries them together. Secondary contact at frame 180 on supply. Paint shreds. Welds crack. Sensory overload dominates. Smoke rises not from fire but friction. Claxons blare. Crews shout. Orders. Damage report. Numeric tallies. Mount. Time elapsed. 23 minutes from approach. Contacts. 2 primary. 1 glancing. Injuries. 2 personnel abrasions and sprains. Hull integrity. Compromised but intact. No breaches below waterline. Detonations absent, but vibrations mimic them. Decks heave. Bulkheads groan. The sea boils from reversed props. Separation achieved. Distance opens to 200 feet in 45 seconds. Silence descends. 12 minutes after initial contact. Vessels stabilize. Truxtun at 10 knots. Supply at 8 knots. Damage control parties assess. On Truxtun, portside dented, no flooding. Supply, starboard hull deformed, fuel tank secure. Casualty figures confirm. To minor injuries stable, treated. On board, rescue operations unnecessary. Medical teams stand down. 0 fatalities. Minimal losses emphasized. Operational capability preserved. Both ships report sailing safely. Investigation teams board via small boats. Evidence collection begins. Debris floats, minimal recovered by nets. The tactical lessons were immediate. Replenishment at sea demands flawless synchronization. Navigation errors attributed to potential human factors or environmental variables exposed vulnerabilities in standard procedures. Doctrinal adjustments followed. Enhanced training on integrated bridge systems, mandatory simulations for cross-currents. Geopolitical consequences rippled through Southern Command's domain. The incident, though accidental, underscored operational risks in contested waters near Venezuela and Colombia. Regional reactions varied. Venezuelan state media highlighted US aggression, while Colombian allies expressed concern over potential delays in counter-narcotics patrols. Strategic ramifications cascaded. U.S. Navy reviewed fleet-wide RAS protocols, incorporating advanced AI for station keeping. This engagement, non-hostile, yet disruptive, fundamentally reshaped readiness postures. Investment in autonomous collision. Avoidance systems accelerated. Budgets shifted toward retrofits on Arleigh Burke-class vessels. Broader implications touched alliances. NATO partners scrutinized their own UNREP methods, drawing parallels to Baltic Sea operations. The event amplified calls for international maritime safety standards, particularly in high-traffic zones. Economic fallout loomed. Minimal but repair costs estimated at $15 million prompted congressional oversight. Lessons in human machine. Interface emerged. Over-reliance on automation versus manual overrides debated in war colleges. This mishap reinforced the battlespace reality. Even logistical evolutions carry combat-like perils. Regional stability held, yet the incident served as a cautionary pivot, urging heightened vigilance amid rising great power competitions. 18 minutes to find the boundary between routine and rupture. The complacency, but through demonstrated resilience.